Hi guys, welcome back to the channel on a brand new video on Marvel Contest of Champions. Of course it's going to be Marvel Contest of Champions. It's one of the games that we all know and love. And that's one thing that I know and love, and it's my champions. But I feel in some ways, and the grand scheme and topic of the video is that, hey, there's certain champions I really want. I mean, if you've been following the channel, you know that my luck hasn't exactly been perfect and been on point, especially spinning out this 5-star featured or even 4-star crystals. It's not exactly been a favourable time for me of late, and I don't think it's been a favourable time for a lot of other people. So hey, I'm not going to bitch and moan because you're in the same boat as I am. You know, we're in that kind of boat in Spider-Man Homecoming that's been split in half, and man, we're trying to bring it together with some spider webs, but we need Iron Man's help. I've kind of diverted a bit from the main topic. Yeah, so I'm going to go through the champions that I want and what reasons behind it, because all the champions that I'm going to pick have their own valid points within the game. Whether or not it's a 4-star I want as a 5-star or a 5-star in general that's not been released yet, then this is the video for that. And obviously people will have their own specific ones that they really want, and hey, here's fingers crossed for you that you get lucky too. So the first champion that I want at a 5-star is Star-Lord. Yeah, I've got him at 4-star. Yeah, I've got signature level of 68, which is great. And I will be looking to well, I've kind of had to be forced to develop this 4-star version in order to make some sort of headway in Labyrinth of Legends if I go down that route. So yeah, unfortunately my hands seem to be tied on this. I would have thought that the extended crystals that I've spent out on 5-star, that I wouldn't be shafted as much as I have. Unfortunately I have been, and therefore I have not got key characters like, well, you could say this character and also Magic. So those are two characters that I really kind of wish someone up there would have sorted me out with, but hey, that's the thing, you've got to learn, you've got to deal with what you've got, and that's the main scheme of things. Not everybody is as lucky to get 5 stars as other people have. A lot of people in my lines have picked up a 5-star Star-Lord even, and I haven't even got close. I got Hulkbuster, for God's sakes. Obviously the main draw and the reasons that within the community people are like, hey, I really want Star-Lord, is based on his kind of end game criterion kind of platform, in that you can take this guy, you can take him against some real high hit pool champions and shave off a lot of damage, so therefore your fight time is a lot less based on your combo. People favor using the L2, which then strips out so much like damage. It's just that it is just like, it's a beauty to behold and seen. The second champion that I really want to either 4-star or 5-star is HYPERION. HYPERION is a kind of a powerhouse, quite literally. Anything that he like touches, just like this insane amount of power gain, which just, you know, you've got ability to Fury, Incinerate, Stun, you know, even armor break. These kind of 4 things that make this character so kind of unique. He is obviously the Marvel Superman, and there's a big kind of long story with this being kind of a relatable thing with that. So yeah, quite cool as well. The extent of the signature ability, which is just like increased buff duration, and as that increases with signature level, it just kind of goes off the chain. When it's all about the 5-star, we are seeing something like a character which, you know, you can put him in so many kind of different positions. You can put him in Alliance Wars defense. I know a lot of people kind of use him in different ways. You could use him in attack, but it just depends on people's preference. A lot of people will opt for this guy being in defense as opposed to offense. Some people will then opt to fight with him. Great for doing questing. Not sure about. I could see, to be honest, I could still see real use out of that character in Act 5, Chapter 2, with regards to that. That kind of like building quickly to specials. You know, you're meeting some kind of like insane amount there. My God, if you put him with a kind of a power gain team, like how quickly will he be getting power? That's something I think I've got to try in like a next video, just like a synergy team around power gain, to see how much power, how quick he gets it. But that's the thing, I really would prefer to get him a 4-star version, just so I could test it out, or maybe even a 5-star version. That would be incredible in the future. Okay, so I don't have this champion at the moment. Here's hoping by the end of the month, when this is release day 25, so at the point of recording this video, it is tomorrow. So I don't know when this video will be released, so it would be great to get him a 4-star. I doubt it. I think it would just be a case of getting him a 3-star. But Archangel has just such a kind of like a double whammy with regards to debuff effects, or kind of detrimental effects, I think is the correct word there. So you got your poisons, you got your bleeds. It's like, oh, like just a double whammy of kind of pain into the enemy. And coupled with stuff like deep wounds, you know, you're looking at some like amazing stuff. Maybe in the future Kabam will kind of roll out a mastery which looks at something like I don't know, increased poison rates, which then would make characters like Abomination more kind of popular for the case of kind of using more. If you look at the way they kind of improved Hulk, maybe they can do the same way with creating a mastery that's going to improve Abomination, which obviously would then make Archangel something of an amazing detrimental effector, and really kind of stripping out a lot of stuff. Obviously disappointing if you're going against a character that's got poison immunity as well as bleed immunity, because that's like a double whammy. So ooh, Ultron, yeah, going against that, and with a class advantage as well. That's one way of kind of facing off against that champion. But still a great champion nevertheless, and one I would really like to get my hands on. Took me a while to get in the hype train for GWENPOOL. At first I was kind of like unsure. I started playing around with the 3-star a bit more, and I've got a video coming out at some point which is me going against against Vulture Master Mode with my 3-star GWENPOOL. And all I can really say is this is a gem of a character, and I'm so happy that I wasted my 3 days of, on my kind of like, yeah, 3 days, my Thursday night, Friday, Saturday and Sunday to grind this character out. I did have a family barbecue at that time, so it was tasty, but I still managed to put in a significant amount of time to get this champion, and I am so glad that I did. Quite funny enough, I did actually then get her in a crystal, my next 4-star opening, which was a bit, you know, it's one of these things you're just going, oh man, seriously? I did that and I got that. I mean, it was great to add some more kind of signature levels to plot armor, which, you know, it's a good ability. It's kind of like, yeah, okay, so you don't really kind of die quite as much or quite so heavily, which is great, but at the same time it's all about putting that intense amount of bleed. The armor break with the L3 is good. It can be really handy in other aspects of the game, especially in Act 5 Chapter 1. There are some kind of like armor breakage things there, but I don't know if it really kind of applies then, but still, like, the bleed is what sells it for me on this character. I really like the kind of way, and I did do this in another video of GWENPOOL, where, you know, you've got active bleed, and then what you're doing is you're hitting in a heavy attack, which then creates a longer kind of stead for the bleed, which is here, as you can see. And you know, it's like 6,000 bleed. It's just like, it's incredibly consistent, and it's incredibly nice to kind of replicate that each time. Like, if you manage to do that once and then do it again, like, say if a fight takes longer than that, you know, it's reapplying this bleed constantly. If you've got your suicides on, this is going to do an extensive amount of damage, and suicides is something that I will be kind of utilizing probably in the next couple of weeks to kind of do things like preparation for doing a Legends run of Master Mode, and maybe kind of improving my grinding in Arena, as well as other little things in the game. I'm feeling that I'm going to be pushed that way, but a good champion nevertheless that I would really like to get at 5-star, just to make my bleeds more amazing. I mean, they're amazing at the moment, but it's just like increasing that amount of bleed. And yeah, I'm sold by the champion. I wasn't to begin with, but I'm really sold on the champion now. So at the moment, I'm pretty sold on what I've got currently, and I'm utilizing what I've got to the best of my ability, which is kind of cool. I'm quite happy with my Dormammu at 5-star, my Captain Marvel, which is I'm very impressed with at the moment. But there are some champions that haven't made it to the 5-star that I would really like to see myself getting, as well as the community getting. So let's just have a quick look at those. We haven't seen him at 5-star yet, but I really would like to see him, and that is Wolverine. I can imagine that Kabam going like, hey man, if we make this guy so OP with regards to regeneration, with regards to his bleed, And yeah, even though people might mention it, yeah, I did make a little fuck up in that saying that he got Fury. That is wrong. Okay, made a mistake there. But with regards to this character, yeah, I really would like to see him, you know, being at a 5-star. I think he deserves it. He definitely deserves it. But he's not alone. Another champion I can't wait to see at 5-star is Scarlet Witch. Now, I know that we were coming off the back of the 12.0 nerf, which was going to see a completely different side to Scarlet Witch, but still, because they changed her back and made it a little bit more negotiable between the community and Kabam, I feel that still she has relevance and still is a champion. I really would like to see it 5-star. What they do with her is going to be tasty, y'all. And it'll be so good by that time that they do. Dormammu in my roster will be utilized to the best of ability and probably be up to rank 455 with a significant amount of signature levels. So the next time that, well, hopefully she come around soon, like me hitting this, I would that I'd be able to get a champion like this. But hey, you just don't know what they're gonna incorporate next. But like I said, this could be exciting if they get her in. You know, will the regens be more kind of longer? Will they be more kind of hard hitting? Will it be exactly the same, but kind of, you know, beefed up a little bit? And what kind of content is she going to be able to be going against? What kind of end game stuff will she have any capability against? Will she not? These are the questions that we need answering, and hopefully we get some decency from that. My final 5-star that I would like in the future, obviously these three are ones that are they form the basis of my 5th kind of real want for kind of 5 stars, because like I said, I'm pretty comfortable with my roster at the moment. There are improvements that could be made little bits, but I feel that if this guy here, Mr. Captain America World War II, was indeed in that 5-star kind of crystal, I would go, hey, this guy is going to be a complete like powerhouse. We're looking at extensive and decent like armor, and we're looking at good block proficiency. We're looking at so many kind of attributes that's going to make this character kind of really kind of like hard. Like 74% for block proficiency at 4-star. Signature level is 52 at rank 5. Now, what kind of percentage are we going to see for block proficiency? This is the stuff that excites me a little bit. Yeah, there's a little bit of Sexury that just came out, but no, it's all about, like, you know, this champion is going to be at 5-star a real like yeah, you just like try going through me, bro. That's basically it, because it's like perfect block, stun, bleed as well. What kind of like L2 are we going to look at? And there's no nonsense with this champion. Yes, there's only 3,250.8 with direct damage. Obviously, that's like, it's great for 4 seconds. Like 4 seconds of like such an intense bleed. You know, what are we going to see with regards to improvements wise from that? Signature ability, the perfect block. How significant is that going to be off the signature ability? Like, what are we going to see? We need to know. This is going to be exciting times if they ever get him up to 5-star. So that has been my most wanted. What is your most wanted from the roster that you have, and also like what is, you know, from the ones that they could put in? What do you want to see in 5-star related? You know, let me know in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. So, I've been RichTheMan. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest and Champions based content, and catch me on social media. Link is in the description below, and I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye bye for now. Bye.